Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I have an EDC update. This is my extra Christmas EDC. So I came up with like a theme. You know, obviously Christmas is around the corner. I'm very excited about it. I love celebrating Christmas every year. So I did a little Christmas themed EDC, right? So I know right off the bat you guys are excited about these two guns, which you haven't seen in a while or never saw. And I did in fact carry them separately. I'm just showing them both here so I could talk about them a little bit in this video, but I did not carry them at the same time. I love both these guns. I carried both the guns before. I don't have a proper holster for the Smith & Wesson Model 10 there. I have like a generic kind of revolver holster, so I'm not super comfortable with it. But for the purpose of this EDC, I literally carried this one day. I literally carried this, I think, 2 days. And I carried this one day just to say I carried it, just so it was official, right? You gotta at least carry the thing if you're gonna call it part of your EDC, right? You gotta leave the house and go somewhere. This thing is like a rock in my pocket, but I love it, and like I said, I wanted to have it part of this. So, all right, so let's get right into it. You guys are probably most excited about the guns, so we'll talk about those first. So first, I have here the Smith & Wesson Model 10. The reason that I had purchased this particular firearm was because of the movie Shawshank Redemption. This is the revolver that the warden, I don't know, I don't think I can use the word. It's what he did to Not Living, I guess. You know what I'm talking about, right? Come on, Shawshank, you must have seen it. This is the identical gun, and I really, really wanted it. It is a fantastic piece of history. Smith & Wesson obviously makes some of the best wheel guns out there. Now, the Smith & Wesson Model 10 is actually in a bunch of Christmas movies. Yes, for some reason, in a lot of Christmas movies, there's always some kind of cop situation. Now, the thing is I have a snubnose Model 10, and in most situations, you know, they're police officers, so they're duty guns. They're not, you know, carrying a snubnose. It's usually like a 3 or 4 inch barrel or longer. So, for example, this gun is used in Home Alone 1, right? Just Home Alone. Do you know when? It's not this version. It's a longer barrel. Well, it's when Joe Pesci visits their home in the beginning pretending to be a police officer. This is what's in his holster because this was an extremely common carry gun for police officers for decades. This is also in other movies as well. I want to say the second Home Alone, like at the end when they're in the park and they've got all the, you know, gunk and tar or whatever he has, like slime all over the gun, and, you know, Marv's like, shoot her. He's like, I'm trying to shoot her. That I think is a Colt. That's not a Smith & Wesson, but I could be wrong. But anyway, this particular gun, again, it's in a ton of movies. I want to say, like, you know, in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at the end when all the cops come. So it is in a ton of Christmas movies. So technically it's a Christmassy gun, right? So let's put that off to the side. Then, of course, we know one of the best Christmas movies out there is Die Hard, right? This is not the gun from Die Hard because this is an M9. It is not a Beretta 92 FS, right? This happens to have some, you know, aftermarket grips on it. But the difference between the M9, which is the military version, and the Beretta 92 FS, I believe it's two things. It's literally different sights, all right? This has the, you know, military style sights, as well as the screw heads. I think on the 92 FS are flatheads. That is it. That's quite literally the only difference between both of those firearms. So now that we got that out of the way, I'll put those off to the side. So you guys are most interested. So again, these guns are in a ton of Christmas movies. You know, Glocks are in Christmas movies for the exact same reason. Whenever there's a cop, Glocks are a very common carry gun, depending on the time period for that movie. But I decided to carry these two just to say I officially carried them, just to make it more Christmassy. All right, so as far as my main knife here, I did actually carry that Trapper once. I talked about it before, the Kissing Crane, but I put it back in my collection. That was a Christmas gift. It's all decorated for Christmas. That was a family gift. I want to say maybe 2019, maybe 2020. I think it was 2019, but anyway, I put it back in the collection, so I didn't dig it back out. But I did carry that one day. This got most of the time so far since I've gotten this knife. This has been in my pocket. But this is the Civivi Elementum 2 with the button lock, white G10 scales, red liners. Just a cool knife. You know, I've talked about this a million times. The Elementum is an awesome knife. I do love the button lock version, just super fidget friendly. So that's been the main knife. However, my neck knife has been this guy. This is not my best knife, nor is it my favorite knife, but I picked this because it has red in it. That's literally it. I just, you know, I carried this once when I got it in trade, and I haven't carried it since, but I've been carrying it. It's an okay knife. It's still not my favorite. By far, not my best performing, but I work with it because it was red. This is the CRKT Klingon. So I have some Christmassy paracord here, some 550. It's white and red with little green speckles. So got a little lanyard on the actual knife itself. And then changed out the cordage for the necklace portion. This uses magnets, all right? So there's two magnetic pieces that snap together. This is actually very nice too for, you know, safety. I know some people are worried about that for a neck knife. If you get it caught on something or someone grabs it, you know, they just separate. That's it, it's magnets. So it's kind of an interesting concept. I don't know where you can maybe get just like these magnetic pieces. That would be kind of cool. I'm sure some people would be interested in that, but couldn't tell you. All I know is it came with the Klingon originally. But anyway, so the knife itself, it has a retention strap here with a button, but there's actually a magnet in the sheath itself. All right, you can see that it's embedded in there. It's magnetic, okay? That's the Klingon part of it, I guess, right? So you can see the little concave end on the other side. So even though it's in the sheath, it's magnetized to the sheath as well. So even if you don't have the retention strap, it's not going to fall out. So it's kind of cool. As far as the design, like I said, there's like that bulbous piece. Your middle finger kind of rests in that crevice. It's not perfectly, it's not like a choil by any means. There is a cutout here, again, not a huge choil, but your fingers kind of wrap around, you know, in a nice way where, especially with this little bit of paracord, I have a decent grip on this guy. And I do not remember what steel this is offhand. It's so old, I just forgot. But yeah, I mean, it works. I actually did take it out and use it. But again, the only reason I picked this one over the 150 neck knives I have is because of that red disc in there. It just popped out. I went, all right, it's red. Let me work with that. And then, you know, obviously changed up the cordage there. All right, so that is it for knives. Then I have the Olight O-Pry 2. This is that cool little pry bar, which does get some usage. I like this bottle opener. This has a little side plate here. You can pop this open. There's a couple bits. All right, and then the back is a bit holder. And when I did a video on this, I don't think I mentioned that it is a bit holder in here as well. Pretty cool, flat pocket clip. I did use the same cordage and the same bead I originally had on it. This bead did not come with this, but I had a different setup here with the bead. So I reused it because it's silver, and that works too for Christmassy, right? A Christmas look. So that's all. Just made it a Christmassy type item just because of that cordage. All right, then I have an Olight flashlight. Actually, I have two Olights. One of my keys, which we'll get to in a second. But this is the newer one. I think I showed this in a separate video from their last sale. This is the i3E. Very, very simple light. This is just an on-off. That's it. It takes a disposable or alkaline AAA battery. This just happens to be red with the snowflakes. So I mean, it's super Christmassy. Really, that's about it. I actually have a green one of this as well. But I went with kind of the red thing more so. Obviously, there's green and the handkerchief there, but it's mostly, you know, red and, you know, that kind of a thing. So I decided to stick with the red. So what's next? Some bracelets. I actually just bought or donated to St. Jude. So I got a, one of these wristbands, which, by the way, I have a ton of these wristbands, and I have a ton of paracord bracelets, and I haven't worn bracelets in years. This used to be super popular, especially paracord bracelets. I want to say I wore a paracord bracelet for like 2 or 3 years straight, all kinds of different ones, and these little, wristbands as well. And then like once the pandemic hit, like no one really, I shouldn't say no one, I'm sure plenty of dudes still do it, but I just didn't see as many people wearing it, and I just didn't wear it as often. I just didn't. Now, sometimes I will wear a watch. I have not been wearing a watch lately. So I did wear this bracelet on my right hand and this bracelet on my left hand. Again, picked this one just because of the red and white. This is actually a super cool design. This happens to be black, this little paracord bead. I wish that was green. That would have been perfect, but it's not, and I didn't decide to change or anything. But if you haven't seen this, this is pretty cool design. So we have the regular knot on the end here and the loop. This is how you actually, undo it, and then you put it on your wrist, and you put this through here, and that's common for a lot of different, paracord bracelets. And like depending on the size, that's all you need. But this slides on there and actually locks it so it can't come undone. That is a super cool design. This is the only one I think like it that I have like that, but I love that idea. And I don't even remember where I got this. I probably got it in trade. I know I didn't make this. I'm pretty sure my wife didn't make this. Again, these things are years old. I have bracelets from, 2011, 2012. It was super, super popular in like, the gun gear community and stuff. And I don't know, who's still wearing bracelets? I went back to it. I think it's kind of cool. So I got the bracelets there. Of course, I got the handkerchief. I got this from Walmart like 5 years ago or something. It's just, it's Christmassy type pattern. It's not my, favorite. I'm sure there's other cool Christmassy type bandanas that, like, this is a little childish to me with the Santas and the little candy canes. And I mean, it's whatever. I like it. It's kind of cute for Christmas, but I much prefer like a mature version. So I might have to investigate some Christmas handkerchiefs for next year. But I had this one, so I went with it. Then more Olights. I have the old bulb, right? So I had to carry this guy. This is a diffuser that I got years ago. I don't know, 3-4 years ago, something like that. This was one of those, sale extra type things. I have it on a red O-bulb MC. These are fantastic, the O-bulbs. I use these literally just everywhere, every day almost. I have one in my closet for my closet light. These are amazing, right? There's 2 levels of regular white, right? You can switch through colors, red, green, blue, right? We have the fading thing. There's purple and all kinds of different tertiary colors that go with this as well, the red blinking. But this is very, very cool with the little diffuser because obviously the light, lights up Santa. So we have the low white, we have the high white, and obviously you can go through all the colors if you wanted to. But I just like it on the low white. It's just super cool. In fact, during this time of year, this is actually just on one of our end tables. Just a little bit of light. It's right there. If we need the old bulb, we can pop it off and actually use the light without the diffuser. Or we can leave Santa on there and it works just fine. So, super cool. I love it. I don't know where you would even get these things right now. Probably eBay. I wish Olight would come back and do these and make more characters and stuff. I think that's really neat. But anyway, so I had that, even though this is a brick, it was literally like just, I felt this so much because it's round. Not so much that it's heavy. It's not that heavy. This might weigh 3 or 4 ounces because I carry a ton of weight. It's just the round factor and, the rubber top with the sand. I had this in my cargo leg pocket for one full day, and it just, every time I moved, it would swing and hit me like in my thigh. I would never actually carry this normally, but I had to, from calling it my EDC, or part of my EDC, I have to actually carry it. So there you go. I actually carried it. Then last, the keys. The only thing that's really changed on the keys since you guys saw it last was the flashlight. Went with this kind of a burgundy red Olight. This is the I1R2 Pro. Fantastic light. I love this. Low and high. But it's like a really rich red. It's just a beautiful red. Here's it compared to the other one. It is a little bit of a deeper red. I know in the video it kind of looks the same, but in person, this is more like burgundy type red, and this is more of a straight red, like a candy apple red or something. But yeah, same thing. I still have my Morgan on there, which I love. Absolutely love it. The air tag, I mean, a couple keys. Handcuff key, which is still in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, right? Let me check check my body. So I've done that before where I forgot. On my wallet. You guys seen my wallet a million times. I actually took that off when I got home. So that's in the other room. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing Christmassy about my wallet. Just brown leather. Now I did think of like trying to incorporate one of my EDC organizers because I carry an EDC organizer every day, with the exception of this Christmas EDC setup. The brown leather is kind of Christmassy. I dig it. It's totally cool. But like I couldn't find specific things to go in it. Because I use the Fisher's bullets. I don't have like a red or green one. So like I just ditched that whole idea for now. I have to say I do miss it. I do like my little organizer with I have a couple different setups, but most times I have a pen. I have a lighter in there, which I'm not using a lighter all the time. And speaking of lighters, I looked through my Zippos. I didn't look through all of them, but I could not find a Christmassy Zippo because I wanted to carry that. I actually have a Zippo holder. It's a leather piece that I have 2 versions of it. One, there's loops for the belt, so the belt goes through it. The other one has a clip on it, so you can just clip it in your waistband. And it holds a Zippo, and then on the second part of it, it has like a carabiner. And I wanted to do that to hang the keys on the outside of my pants, but just looking through my Zippo collection, I couldn't find like a specifically Christmassy Zippo. I have green ones, I have red ones, but they have like random things on it. Like I have a candy apple red one with like Slipknot in the front. Slipknot's cool, definitely not Christmassy. So I couldn't carry that one. I had a green one, I forget what was on the front of that, but it was totally random. I thought maybe white, but the white, I have actually 3 white ones, but they all have like the tree, root, you know, life and death kind of weird thing. And it just wasn't Christmassy. Nothing was Christmassy at all. So I think I need to get myself a specific Christmas Zippo so I can carry that every year. But anyway, that is it. Thanks for watching. This is just kind of fun. I will carry this stuff with slight alterations. You know, I carry this for probably 2 weeks now. I am going to swap the knife out. The knife will no longer be Christmassy because I have other knives I just want to carry and test. But the other stuff will still be the same. I may or may not wear both bracelets every day, but I'll wear one of them every day. I'm not going to carry the O-bulb anymore. I am swapping both firearms back to my Glock or a SIG. You know, keys are going to stay the same. I will still carry it. I'll rock this until Christmas, the Klingon. Pry bar may or may not come in and out. Again, I might swap this and go back to carrying, you know, my EDC organizer. So we'll see. But I did want to share this with you guys, and I just thought it'd be kind of fun. So let me know down in the comments section if you guys are, you know, changing anything to make your EDC more Christmassy, or maybe Hanukkah. Hanukkah would be a great one because you have the blue and white, right? You could do a whole blue and white EDC that was super, super cool. I happen to not celebrate Hanukkah. I love the idea of the one present a night thing. I've actually done that with my wife one year. We just thought it'd be fun to do that. We didn't celebrate the, you know, religious part of Hanukkah, but we did have gifts for each other, and we don't exchange every year, but that year we got a couple small things, and we did it one present a night, and it was really, really cool. It was just something fun to look forward to, and we sat together, you know, on the couch and just opened one present. We did that, you know, for all the days of Hanukkah, and it was really, really fun. So I might do that in the future again, but anyway, yeah, the blue and white thing would be pretty cool. I remember way back in the day when I was a kid, I want to say like 12, 13 years old, I remember there was, I think I had 2 Jewish kids in my class, and they had like these dreidels, and they were the most fun things ever. Obviously, everyone went through, well, not everyone, but a lot of people, including myself, went through the EDC top phase. Remember that? Yeah, right now it would be awesome to have a custom titanium, you know, Hanukkah dreidel. You can spin around when you're bored. That would be pretty neat. But yeah, those like dense plastic ones, I wish I still had those. I remember getting those in class and stuff and just, you know, playing around with it. They were just so fun. There was little ones and there was like bigger ones, but they were like a really, really hard plastic that was kind of heavy. Maybe they were weighted, I don't know, but they just spun and spun and spun. It was super fun. And I don't remember or know, you know, what the sides mean or anything like that. It was just fun to spin it, that's all. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. Christmas or extra Christmas EDC for 2023. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.